Hi there all. I'm in a small little village called near Canterbury this morning. Off to the local woodlands because according to the Ordnance Survey map there's quite a few burial mounds around there, or tumuli, and earthworks as well. Here we have what was like one of them fire things, been converted into the local sign, which is quite interesting. Converted into a village sign by Wye Ground Force in 2012 to commemorate the Queen Diamond Jubilee, funded by the County and Borough Councils of Wye Parish Council. Nice to see the crocuses are out, dedicated to those who served at Wye Training Aerodrome, Bramble Lane, during World War I. Placed here by the Wye Ground Force, 2014. So anyway, like I was saying, on with my journey, and hope you stay with me and see what history we can find along the way. Here I am, just outside Wye Church. There's a sign here that says, near this spot in January 1557, two men of Kent, John Philpott of Tenterden and Thomas Stevens of Biddenden, were burnt at the stake for their faith. It's quite a nice little village, this. It's a Saturday morning, and they've got farmers market on, which just been through the farmers market, had a quick look, and just walking now up towards the North Downs Way through the churchyard. Let's see what other history we can find. Lots of snowdrops about, and daffodils, crocuses are out because it's just after Valentine's Day. So weather's a tiny bit gloomy, but it's not that cold. Hoping the sun pops its head out later. It's an old building there with stained glass windows. Be interesting to find out a little bit more of the history of this parish. People seem very friendly as well, so quite a few people have said good morning to me and hello and what have you. Anyway, let's press onwards. Hi there, welcome back. Wibbly Way Permissive Path. I'm actually heading up the North Downs Way, that direction, up towards those woodlands. And I've just come across a little sign here. Apparently this is a Ripple Farm Organics. Fields are owned by Imperial College and are now rented and managed organically by Ripple Farm Organics. So peaceful this morning. think when I get up to the woodland here, I might stop, have my first cup of coffee this morning. Well, since leaving home. I got off at Wye train station after walking through Canterbury and across the river, like I say, heading off up the North Downs Way, and I hope to end up back in Canterbury. Excuse me. Yeah, hope to end up back in Canterbury tomorrow evening. So we'll have an overnight camp in the woodland somewhere. We'll see how many of the tomb I can find. If that's the way you pronounce it, I'm not sure, but burial mounds or rock pits or something like that. So very peaceful. Shame it's a bit misty still. I believe the sun might poke its head out later on today. They've given it 12 degrees today, so, but with a chance of a frost overnight. But I should be nice and toasty and warm in my sleeping bag. I've got plenty of warm clothes with me, plenty of food to keep me warm. So let's press on, and I'll check back with you all in a little while. Not sure if you can actually see this, but just up there on the hill, it looks like there's a crown, a large crown been carved into the hillside. And it's a shame I'm not quite heading that direction. It'd be interesting to see what it's all about. I don't think my route takes me on that way. But like I say, I don't even know if you can see it, but it's a shame I haven't got a zoom function on this camera. So I can zoom in and show you all. Yeah, I expect it would be stunning views here today over the distance, but too misty. So let's press on. Well then, this is all part of the Stour or Stour Valley. Not sure how to pronounce it, Stour or Stour. Yeah, but the Stour Valley Walk. It's connected to the North Downs Way. I believe this walk actually runs all the way to Canterbury as well, so it looks like I'll be staying on this route for a while. Still nice and peaceful, except for the hum of the aircraft in the distance there. Haven't found much history yet along the way. Found a few bits in the village of Wye itself. There's a lot of woodland around here that's supposed to contain, like I say, burial mounds and things like that. I've marked them on my Ordnance Survey map. So as soon as we find one, I'll let you all have a look. Providing there's something to see, of course. Check back with you later. Nice hazy views. That would be truly stunning if it wasn't so misty. And I'm heading on that footpath over there. Just come out of these woodlands. So I walked out into this field and I thought, wow, that would be absolutely gorgeous. Still, maybe have to come back here in the springtime. Let's press on. It looks like the sun is trying to lift. Lovely view. I've just walked down through these woodlands here, and I've got to go up this way. According to my Ordnance Survey map, the first point of interest is really nearby. I'm not sure what it's going to be, if we find anything at all, that is. Lots of hills, ups and downs, a bit slippery underfoot. That's the whole point. Get out, enjoy yourself. Don't worry about the weather too much, as long as you're prepared for it with the right gear, waterproof if necessary. This is what it's all about, look. Hi there all. Well, I'm actually standing on top of what is marked on the Ordnance Survey map as tumulus, or something to do with the prehistoric, Neanderthal, Iron Age, something like that. As you can see, it's not a burial mound or anything. I presume maybe years ago, because there's a lot of chalk around here, that maybe there was a chalk pit entrance or something here. As you'll see, there's absolutely nothing here at all now. I've just had a little walk around the area, and there's nothing obvious anyway, so I'm going to stop, make myself a coffee, have a 10-minute break, and we'll move on to the next one. We'll keep going. Hopefully we'll find one sooner or later. As you can see, the bluebells are on the way to poke through. So another 3 weeks, then this place will be carpeted with bluebells. So I'll check back with you a little bit later and sit down, make myself a coffee. This is quite a pleasant piece of the walk. There's lots of snowdrops about. Just walking along this path here, come from back up that way, head off in this direction. And like I say, there's keeps coming across snowdrops, so I just thought I'd give you a quick shot, quick little video as I'm walking. The sun's finally come out as well, which is good, because I've got a new solar panel on my rucksack, so I'm running my GPS through its power bank. So the solar charger charges the power bank, and obviously the power bank is giving out power to my GPS, so, and keeping itself charged, hopefully. So it's a lovely bit of the walk. Still on the Stour Valley Way, or Stour Valley Walk, I think it's called. There's a sign here, so I'll just show you the sign. And we get to see some views at last. Yeah, Stour Valley Walk. So, check back with you very shortly. Lovely views. Middle of February, Sun's out, weather's good, thoroughly enjoying it. Hi there all, just thought I'd show you on my memory map on my mobile phone, which is the Ordnance Survey map, the route I've got planned. All the little red crosses you can see are tumulus, some sort of ancient burial mounds or chalk pits or flint mines or flint pits, something to do with prehistory anyway, whether it be Iron Age or prehistoric or whatever. But anyway, I'm following this route, and according to the Ordnance Survey map, the footpath I'm following is here. So I've just come through these trees here, down through that way is where it says the footpath actually is. I also use a Garmin GPS, so I've got the same route plocked out on there, and I'm also running Ordnance Survey map on here. Now the purple line is the one that I've drawn for my route. Try and zoom out a bit, and the black line is the actual footpath. Now one of the problems I do come across quite often is this is the direction I have to take. It's, like I say, it's not very well looked after as a footpath in some places, and you have to try and battle your way through, try and figure out which way you're supposed to be going. But on the GPS and the Ordnance Survey map, it shows that this is the footpath. So if you're not careful, you could quite easily wander off the path you're supposed to be taking. Luckily, with a combination of checking the two, the GPS and my memory map, route planned, I can actually find my way. Now and again I do wander very, very slightly. I'm constantly checking where I'm going, especially in woodland like this, because if you hadn't noticed, when I came through there, I could have quite easily took the wrong turn and going up in the totally wrong direction. Now this is what I'd call a path, it's clearly a path. But like I say, a lot of places you end up in dense woodland or something, or you come across a field where it says there's a footpath and it's been ploughed right over, so you have to walk around the edge of the field rather than walking through the crops. Yeah, it's still a good walk. Thoroughly enjoying it. Not quite as fit as I thought I was though. Quite a few hills. I don't enjoy steep hills too much. It's a pleasant day. But I just thought I'd point out one of the minor problems I find when I'm out walking. Anyway, that's enough of my moaning. Best get back on with my walk. Well, I've just emerged out the woodland. Just come through that gate there, and stunning views again. As you can hear, the wind's got up a tiny bit, which is not a bad thing because it's keeping me nice and cool. Walking along, I've just got my base layer on, well, the top. Obviously not walking along my base layer on the bottom. But yeah, just base layer on my top. Haven't even got my hat on. Like I said earlier on, in one of the other bits of my clips, it is mid-February, Valentine's Day 2 days ago, so it's obviously the 16th of February, and time is just gone 10 to 2. Shame about the haze, because the sun did come out very, very briefly, but gone again now. I just thought I wanted to show you these views. I say it's not cold, and a tiny bit of breeze is keeping me cool, keeping the sweat down. According to my GPS, I looked a minute ago, I've done 6 miles so far today. Thoroughly enjoying it. Must have lost a little bit of weight. I need to lose a bit more though, I think. A bit of a podge I am. Anyway, just enjoy the views, enjoy the walk. Check that with me later. Hi there all. Well, according to Woodland survey map, there's a mound here. I'm not actually sure if it's this one here, or it could be that bump there. But I reckon, yeah, I reckon it's this one here. Because I actually drew on the Ordnance Survey map, and I was walking along here and do a slight left. Honest, nothing to see as such, except for a mound of earth. But it's marked as a cumulus, or whatever you call it, one of them moundy things on the Ordnance Survey map. I'm going to have to find out how you pronounce that word. But according to the Ordnance Survey map, there's quite a few around this area. So hopefully I'll find another one in a minute. Let's press on. Well, according to my GPS, I've marked on my map, I'll do a little left shortly, and there should be another one. You can see this path is well used, really boggy in places. It's quite muddy at the moment, but still on me hunt. Weather's still good. It's not hot, it's not cold, just right for walking. Oh, bit of duck. I'll bash my head. It's a shame that the things that are marked on the Ordnance Survey map, points of interest in it, like the ones I'm hunting for today, you know, there's no signposts or anything, so you just walk past them if you didn't know they were there. Getting very close now. So specifically, when I drew out my route, I have to take, I can show you on the map, a slight left and then back onto the main path. And according to this, I should be doing a slight left any moment now. And if I get to the bit where I get back on the path, I know that I've gone too far. But according to the Ordnance Survey map, there's something over here on my left. But it doesn't look like we'll have a lot of luck finding it. Because it's marked as over there. And it looks quite dense. So I'm going to have to bypass that one unless there's a little left turn in any second now. Doesn't look like it. It's a shame. And sometimes they're right out in the open, you can find things, but other times they're like here. It's just a bit too dense to go walking in there, because you'll trip over a root or over a branch, break your ankle. Still, there's about another 5 in this area, so we'll just carry on looking. According to this Dendrowood notice board, I am here, and these 6 here are scheduled ancient monuments dating from the late Neolithic period to the late Bronze Age, which is 2400 to 1500 BC. Now I've just walked all the way through that direction and I didn't really see much, even though it says here it's kept open, protect them from roots. So I'll have another little wander in the woods for a little while longer. Still got, it's 10 to 3 and the sun's supposed to go down about 5:30, so we'll go for another little wander through the woods. Maybe we'll find 1 or 2 of them, but I can't promise anything. Check back with me later. Hi there all, here I am, still wandering around Dendrowoods. I've been walking around here for just over an hour and a half since I saw that information board saying there was 6 places of history. Like I say, I've wandered around an hour and a half using GPS and the Ordnance Survey map, but even though I was really close to them, I couldn't find anything. No paths leading off the main path, even though it showed on the Ordnance Survey map at one point they were just to my right. I went through the brambles and through the bushes and couldn't find anything at all. No clearings or anything. It was a lot more dense than where I am now. Anyway, but I had to give up hope in the end because time's getting on and I've still got a few miles to go yet and about 40 minutes of daylight left. I'm not sure if you can see, but the mist's starting to roll in, so I thought best head back, start heading back to where I was, pick up the trail and carry on with my journey. Just hoping that the place I planned on staying tonight, that when I get there it's reasonably flat and I can find myself a nice little pitch. It looks like I'll be pitching up in the dark, so there's a couple of miles away yet, so very muddy underfoot, a bit slippery, got to be careful in places, but it's gone a tiny bit chilly now as well, now the sun's gone down. So enjoying the walk though, thoroughly enjoying it. So I'll check back with you guys a little bit later on. Bye bye for now. Hi there all. Just stopped, I'm going to make myself coffee and some food. Got my little gas stove. I've brought my meths burner with me as well, my little Trangia burner. I'm going to use my gas because it's getting low, so I'd like to run it out. So I've got a spare gas bottle at home, but as long as I know this one's empty, if I do run out, like I say, I've got my little meth stove. And this little clearing here is where I plan on pitching up tonight, obviously when it's dark. So I'm going to make myself a coffee to start with, and then I've got, for my lunch, I've got a nice bit of steak and Uncle Ben's spicy Mexican rice. So I've bought myself a new frying pan. I'm going to try it out tonight and see how it goes. Just thought I'd show you where I am. And in the middle of the woodland. Just hopefully nobody's going to come along and find me. Anyway, I'll catch back with you all in a little while. Well, the moon's out. And I can't actually see any clouds in the sky hardly at all. So I think it's going to be quite a chilly night tonight. But hopefully I'll be nice and toasty and warm. Well, good morning all. I'm not sure how well you could see my campsite last night. But this is where I stayed. Here's my tent, just made myself a cup of coffee. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Got into bed last night, I think it was about 6:30, 7:15. Laid there I think till about near on 10, just listening to some music on my phone. So got my phone on charge off the power bank. The power bank did well yesterday. It kept my GPS running all the time I was walking. So I'm hoping there's enough power in there to charge up my phone. And then we'll see how it copes today with the solar panel. So, like I say, it's a pleasant evening. Got down to about 5 degrees, so it's a bit chilly. About 2 o'clock this morning, I woke up, it was a little bit chilly. So, put my hat on in bed. Had a little bit of condensation in my tent, but nothing drastic. It's a tiny bit damp, but you get that in all tents, I think. I've yet to find a tent where you don't get a bit of condensation, but it's easy to pitch this tent, so I like this tent. Sleeping bag kept me lovely and warm. Like I say, it's a tiny bit damp on the outside of it this morning, but my clothes are fine. Looks like it's going to be a nice day actually. It's just nice to be out in nature. Getting up this time in the morning, just relaxing, having a coffee, and then we'll pack up in about half an hour I think, after another coffee, and we'll continue on with my journey. Stay with me. I'll check back with you all later. Bye bye for now. Well, hi there all. Here I am, all packed, ready to go. And that's where I was camping last night. That's where my tent was. I just thought I'd show you. I've left no trace that I was here, except for a few leaves that are a bit squashed on the floor, which would have a little kick about. But yeah, no trace. Like I say, I'm all packed up, ready to go. I did 14 miles yesterday, or 13.82 miles. So this morning I think I've got about 8 miles to do. And we'll see what we find along the way. Hopefully a little bit more history. I'll put my backpack on and we'll set off on my journey. And the time is just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. Catch up with you later. Bye bye for now. Hi there all. Oh, at least the sun's out this morning. And it looks like we've got a nice view coming up. Let's go and have a look. I see 3 deer about 10 minutes ago, but couldn't get the camera out in time before they ran away. Let's have a quick look at this view. Yeah, shame the weather wasn't like this yesterday. I think, I'm not sure, but it looks like right over there in the distance is the top of Canterbury Cathedral. I could be wrong, but it does look like it. And I know it is in that direction somewhere, so. Yeah, well, let's press on. Through the mud, up this old track, carry on for a little while longer. Hi there all, just got back to the Stour Valley Walk trail actually, and not sure if you can see, but right over there in the distance is the village of Chilham and Chilham Castle, which is just off the Pilgrim's Way. So we are actually heading in that direction, picking back up on the Stour Valley Walk for a little while in the direction of Canterbury. 5.5 miles to go. So continue on with my journey. I can hear it, but I can't see it. I think up in that nest up there, I think it's a woodpecker. So I can hear him, but I can't see him. There's a finch there. He's up there somewhere. I reckon he's up in that nest. Anyway, we're in a little village called Chartham at the moment. Would have been nice to see him. Still, let's continue onwards. Well, still walking through the village of Chartham. Nice little village actually. It's just up there, I see the woodpecker. I've just come across this small little siding here with the litter bin, and on this bench this plaque says kindly donated this little bit of land. And I think it's a lovely touch. Little bench and a litter bin which someone's vandalised. This is still part of the Stour Valley Walk. I left the Stour Valley Walk itself for a little while to actually walk through the village of Chartham, but it brings you back onto it. Further up this road there's an earthwork marked on the Ordnance Survey map, so we're going to have a look, see if we can find it, see what's there, if there's anything there. Continue on. Bedford House, historic building of Kent, next to 1874 Salem House. There's a nice old building, and there's St Mary's Church just over there. I'm just coming up to this pub here, just up from Chartham Paper Mills, which looks like it's disused now, 1949. And this is actually a 15th century pub, still open, still running. Shame it's not open now. It's too early in the morning. Onwards and onwards. Yeah, just up the road from the Artichoke pub, have these old buildings here. I'm not sure if you can read that. T.S. Gill, G-I-L-L, and it looks like I-U-N-E-Y 13 something 1733. It's the old bakery and the old post house. That brings us back to the Artichoke pub. There's another house here, 1746. So not on the Stour Valley Walk at the moment. That's further over to my left. This is the footpath I'd marked on my GPS to follow. Just leaving Chartham, the little village. Yeah, a little bit of history there. I was quite pleased. The earthworks that was marked on the Ordnance Survey map is where, or roughly where, the old paper mill is, so there was nothing there. But it was interesting to see a little old village, still with the original sash windows and everything. Didn't want to hang around too long there because I think it's a little bit rude filming people's houses and there's people living inside them. So anyway, continue on the footpath here. You can still hear the bells of St Mary's Church, which is just over there where I walked up past. The railway lines far over to my left, and the Great Stour River itself. I think the Stour Valley Walk is actually on the opposite side of the river to where I am, so tiny bit of a breeze today, keeping me cool, but the sun's out. Thoroughly enjoying the walk, and it's nearly 5 to 10 in the morning. I'll continue on. I believe I've got to go up that hill in a little while. So. Look like there's ruins of an old church here. Got scaffolding around it. Looks like someone's building here, so. All what's left, actually building, is the old church itself by the looks of it. Morning. Nice crocuses out. You've got the old bell tower up there. Yeah, I was just talking to the gentleman there who's actually restoring it. It's a 12th century chapel, and it's actually St Mary's Chapel it was originally called. So it's part of Chartham history. You've got St Mary's Church further back there, and this is actually St Mary's Chapel. It's interesting to find someone willing to talk to you for 5 minutes. I didn't want to film him, obviously, but it's nice to find someone willing to talk to you and not too bothered about you being near their properties. Yeah, very nice chap. So let's press on. Just under 4 miles to Canterbury. Hi there all, and welcome back. There's Chartham right up there in the distance. And that black and white building you can see over there is where I found them little chapel ruins. Walking along this way, it looks like there's another little chapel here. It's nice to go out for a walk and find little bits of history along the way. Now, I was intending to turn left about 300 yards back there, but I see this come up on the GPS, so I thought, oh, wonder what it is. We're going to have a look. Not sure if we'll be able to get near it. Little old chapel in the middle of nowhere. Can't actually go through that bit, it's too overgrown, but this is all part of, see that? It's called the Canterbury Rings. Sort of a network of footpaths around Canterbury itself. So we're only like 4 miles away from Canterbury. Or 3.5 now, I suppose. It's private property. And I don't think they want people filming too much. No public right of way. No. I'm not going to go in there and upset people. It's not in my nature, but if there was someone there I could ask them. But I'm not going to go wandering private land. So we'll just double back and jump back on the footpath. Or we could carry on this footpath and pick up the trail that way. I think we might do that actually. Well, I've just come along a footpath just on the other side of the river there, just past those lovely swans in the water. Footpath runs along there, across this bridge, and I believe I'm now back on the Stour Valley Walk. So this land is just to me right, I've just walked down through, is the land that's owned by the Brick Group, where that little chapel is. And I believe this is the Great Stour River. Continue on my journey to Canterbury. Sheep in the field, the sun's out, weather's gorgeous. Back to work tomorrow, but today I can enjoy myself. The walk so far has been thoroughly thoroughly impressive. Impressive. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied there. Maybe it's excitement. A lovely, lovely day. Would have been nice to find a little bit more history along the way. I've actually done the Stour Valley walk before from Canterbury to Lenham, which was 32 miles. I believe that was the year before last. That was a good walk as well. You'll have to check it out. Anyway, check back with you all in a little while. Nice views again over the hills. Nice house there up on the hill. And another house up there. What a lovely view they've got. Still walking along the Stour Valley walk next to the River Stour. Not that far from Canterbury now, I think about 1.5 miles. Some beautiful little snowdrops. I like snowdrops and bluebells. I just love nature. Sun glistening off the river. Lots of people about, out for a walk today. For their Sunday lunch, I suppose. I think I'm going to have my Sunday lunch in Wetherspoons when I get to Canterbury. So I think I deserve a beer after my walk. Anyway, let's continue on a little bit further. Hope you're staying with me. Hope you've enjoyed my walk. If you have, follow me for future adventures. I plan to do at least one walk every single month, just short ones, and then obviously a couple of long walks, maybe a week-long walks later on in the year. I've got one planned in June, which I do every year. So remember to follow me, click the like button, the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you'll be informed of all my new videos. So far, solar panels work well. It's keeping my GPS running and charging my power bank. I might do a little review on it, give a few details. But anyway, let's continue onwards. Bye bye for now. This is what's left of the old railway bridge. Used to cross over the river. Sadly, it's just a wall now for graffiti. There's an information board here. We'll have a quick look. Maybe it'll tell us a bit about it. Feel free to pause and read. Let's less than a mile to go. Well, here I am in Westgate Gardens in Canterbury, nearly in the city centre, and we've got part of the Roman Watling Street. This is the River Stour. Like I say, just walking through the lovely gardens here. And I think the cathedral is only about a quarter of a mile away. And Witherspoons is just past the cathedral, so looking forward to my lunch. Still in the Westgate Gardens. Over there in the distance, you might be able to see the top of Canterbury Cathedral. And just down here, we have Westgate Towers. So obviously the wall of Canterbury City went all the way around the city itself. And this is one of the towers, one of the entrances. Down there with the flag on top. Nice old building there as well. And look at the trunk on that tree. That's absolutely massive. We can cross over here. Hello, ducks. There's the Westgate Towers. Old chapel. This tree is massive. Wow, that is stunning. Oriental Plain. I'm not even going to try and pronounce what the other word says. That is crazily huge. Have a quick look, see if there's a plaque or anything on this building or around the other side. Like I say, just coming into the heart of Canterbury city centre itself. There's a plaque on the wall there, but I can't read it. Ah, Tower House, private car park. Oh yeah, City of Canterbury Tower House. It's not that easy to walk backwards, and make sure you don't fall over. Now I know the train station I need is on the other side of Canterbury itself. So I have to walk all the way through city centre to get to the train station. Oh, wonky old building. And there's the Westgate Tower in close up. So I'll wander up through the city, get myself some lunch, because it's 2 minutes past 12 and I've got plenty of time, so continue on for a little while longer. Not actually sure if you can actually see the amount of people there is. Up through the city centre there, it's absolutely jam-packed. Helps it's a Sunday lunchtime and the weather's good. It looks like just a massive crowd of people. All these old buildings. Ooh. Not everyone likes to be filmed. The old weaver's house, AD 1500. And just down there, look, have a ducking stall. You don't see many of them around anymore. Wonder how many times it was actually used. Let's press on a bit more. Canterbury Pilgrims Hospice of St Thomas, Archbishop Becket. Oh, I'm getting hungry now, I can smell food. And that is the entrance gate. To Canterbury Cathedral. This is known as Buttermarket Square. The old butter market. And there's the cathedral through there. Under vast repair at the moment.